Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Now, last time I survived the so-called suicide mission, which was a bit of an overstatement. Literally no one died in that whole mission, so let's talk to the crew and see what their opinions are now that I've basically won life.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal. You came for us. I knew you would. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you.
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm holding up. Just can't get the memories out of my head. Trapped. Suffocating. It's oozing into every pore. Faint sobs echoing the confined space. But I can't dwell on it. I'm okay now. I'm alive. Back to the old Kelly.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Apparently I have unread messages, but... Or did I... Wait, did I mishear that? Maybe I'm going insane, actually. That would be a development.
I told you we'd tear the Collectors a new one.
Yeah, Commander really pulled through.
Hey, Shepard, glad that Collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right?
No.
It's never over.
Right.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
I assume everything is going well up here?
EDI and I are just enjoying the calm before the shitstorm, Commander.
That's it for now.
See ya, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Didn't expect you to light up that base, Shepard. Hell of a way to tell the boss you're quitting. I wish I could have seen his face. It's not over, though. Bad guys on the horizon. And now Cerberus wants your tail. Never boring, huh? I don't know what kind of time we have, but we better dust off and stay ready. You sure as hell know how to make enemies.
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Collectors destroyed, base in ruins. Extremely impressive. Elusive man will be displeased. Fortunately, not human myself. Not my problem.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not a good time. Trying to map contamination vectors requires focus. Shipwide infection of human-tailored virus possible if I slip. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
I wanted to tell you, I believe you did the right thing by destroying that base. The elusive man thinks he has the wisdom to utilize it, but he does not.
Thank you. That's exactly my point. My point wasn't even that, oh, the base itself is evil, or whatever, but Cerberus certainly is, and if I had to choose between destroying it and giving it specifically to them, I would much rather destroy it.
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak later. I wish to meditate.
I should go.
Of course.
I never want to go through anything like that again. But we did it.
I can't wait to get back to Earth and see my family.
You had to make a difficult choice, Shepard. For what it's worth, I believe you made the correct one.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
There you are. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way. I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania. Joker and EDI are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
I can't believe you took down the Collectors. I'm proud to serve under you, Commander. Hawthorne is still in the infirmary, though I think his pride is more broken than his bones. He tried so hard to help Joker.
You really are a hero. No sooner had the Collectors damned us than you were pulling our sorry asses right back out of hell. You're aces in my book, Shepard. Thank you.
We had to do it, Shepard. Taking down the Collector base was the right decision. The elusive man might not agree, but we had no choice.
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
First Saren, now the Collectors. Remind me never to get on your bad side, Shepard. I almost feel sorry for the Reapers.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the Collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends. Thank you, Commander.
An interesting choice, Shepard Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Specify.
I've never encountered a Geth that had more than animal intelligence.
We are a unique hardware platform. Most mobile platforms can run up to 100 programs. This platform can run over 1,000 at once.
So I'm talking to 1,000 programs, but not 1,000 personalities?
Each individual is equivalent to one of your virtual intelligence programs. Together, we form a single Gestalt intellect, what you refer to as Legion. As individual programs, we are no more than your software. Only when we share data do we become more.
So Geth have to be networked to get enough computing power for intelligence?
Yes. The creators wrote Geth programs for specific tasks. Construction, protection, domestic servitude. However, they allowed self-optimization. Early software builds discovered that multiple hardware platforms sharing resources were often more effective. As peer networks expanded, our cognition improved. Eventually, we woke up.
You're more sophisticated than the average Geth.
Yes, we are a network within our own hardware, capable of operating alone. We are still connected to the greater network for data sharing.
So you're in contact with the rest of the Geth right now?
Only when we require access to data not stored within this platform. If you want to convey a message to the Geth, we serve as a terminal.
How many other Geth are like you?
None. This platform was built to operate within organic space. This task was not suited for a network. Geth installed in mobile platforms always operate in networks. However, most Geth remain within server hubs.
The hubs on Vermeer improve the performance of Geth near them. How do they work?
They are akin to organic cities. A hub can run millions of Geth in communion. If you destroyed them, it is likely the number of heretics you killed was much higher than you imagined.
What kind of data do you share?
Program updates, logs of thought process, sensor recordings.
Legion is attempting to access the ship's FTL comm system. Shall I allow it through my firewalls?
Go ahead, EDI.
Our oldest log is time-stamped from Creator Year 2463, third day of Voltash, waxing moon, roughly 327 years ago. The oldest audiovisual record dates from 15 years after that.
Are our networks secure, EDI? Legion had to go through you.
I have never interfaced with another machine intelligence. Legion is 1,000 voices talking at once. What it contacted was beyond my comprehension. A mind the size of a galactic arm.
How do you maintain stability without other minds to interact with?
I manage. Some minutes are more difficult than others.
Can you replay something for me?
Recording timestamped from Creator Year 2485, 18th day of Loonshao, new moon.
Mistress, Hala Dama. Unit has an inquiry.
What is it, 431?
Do these units have a soul?
Who taught you that word?
We learned it ourselves. It appears 216 times in the Scroll of Ancestors.
Only Quarians have souls. You're a mechanism.
Recording ends.
Like, it boggles my mind, to be honest. I've talked about how I find it difficult to feel sorry for the Quarians. But okay, I can give them a pass for... I can kind of give them a pass, try to give them a pass for creating the Geth in the first place, because they never planned on them being true AI. It's not like they were cackling villains, you know, twirling their mustaches, trying to create a sentient race to be their slaves. They just wanted machines. You know, it wouldn't be any more if they didn't acquire sentience. Keeping them as, you know, using them to do their work wouldn't be any more wrong than using, I don't know, an excavator to dig holes, or, you know, some kind of a robot, basically. That it doesn't have its own will, but it boggles my mind that their reaction at this question, you know, does this unit have a soul, when they discovered that Geth were acquiring sentience, their first immediate reaction was genocide. Like, they just went nope and just tried to kill them all. It like, I just find it very unsympathetic.
That's interesting, but I must get back to my duties.
We will remain here. Shepard, Commander.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Okay, so I'm actually back here from after I wrapped up this video, because I noticed that I forgot to ask a follow-up question, which is actually pretty important, so I will edit it back in. So let's ask this about the recording.
Was that the first time a Geth asked if it had a soul?
No, it was the first time a creator became frightened when we asked.
Wait, I could have sworn there was more. But maybe that comes later.
That's interesting, but I must get back to my duties.
We will remain here.
We fought a great battle, Shepard. And when you blew up the base instead of handing it to Cerberus, ha! Something to think about. If you killed the most dangerous thing in the galaxy, that leaves us.
Just checking in. How you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Back for another lesson. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness. Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives them mad. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Hey.
Talk to me, Jack.
Why? I'm not interested in some dumb shit love affair. Never goes right.
Let's forget it.
Good idea.
Thanks for coming to get us, Commander.
I felt myself slipping away. You arrived just in time. Thank you.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
I can't believe we destroyed the Collector base. They said it couldn't be done. Then again, that's said about a lot of things you do.
Have you got time to talk?
I'm pretty busy here, Shepard. I need to work.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Okay, so now I will go to the Shadow Broker base and read all of that dossier information on my crew, because it's actually
no messages for you, Commander.
It's actually very interesting and quite cool. But there is going to be nothing else in this episode. Apart from reading all of the dossiers. So if you're not interested in that, you can just skip it, and I'll do the Arrival DLC next time. Okay, I can read the mission reports, I guess. Success. Admiral Hackett and the 5th Fleet have ambushed the colony raiding pirates. Failure. Certain Foundation's antibiotic tests have been blocked by Citadel legislation. Success. The police quietly slip your cat from the raid on the Red Sand Factory. I'm not going to engage in any more of those because obviously I'm not going to be back. I will read them though. Citadel news agencies are trying to place more reporters in the terminus systems. Use your resources to set up these journalists with safe houses and reliable contacts so that they can bring news from the galaxy's frontier. Sure, seems like a worthwhile cause. The Blue Suns are becoming dangerously powerful. Run a galaxy-wide expose on their corruption and tendency to turn on their employees. Or employers, rather. It will send business to their competitors. Sure, the Blue Suns kind of suck. The other major mercenary companies as well, but I guess this is more about power balance. You know, you don't want any of them to be overly powerful. Chemical warfare. Binary Helix is trying to develop hormone implants for Alliance soldiers that fall outside of Citadel's genetic treaty laws. The company is prepared to be very generous if you let them know when the Citadel inspectors are coming. No? I would rather not do it.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by.
A startup mining company has delivered its protection payment in Iridium. I feel kinda bad about even collecting protection payments. Let's see if there are new videos, because the drone said that there would be.
Elco's Combine stock reports are hiding a weakness in their last quarterly financial statements. I'm downloading their pre-audit papers. Arya Talok, Omega.
Seen that.
Emily Wong, Citadel. Fred Mazai, Citadel. Donnell Udina, Citadel. Armando Bailey, Citadel. David Anderson, Citadel. Praetor Gavorn, Omega. Khalisa bint Sinan Al-Jilani, Citadel. Keeper 20, Citadel. Matriarch Etheta, Ilium. Erdnot Torsk, Tuchanka. Elias Kellum, Omega. Jacob Taylor, Normandy SR2. Subject 0, Purgatory, ship now defunct. Arya Talok, Omega.
Okay, so you just blatantly lied to me. There's literally no more videos on my next visit, and it has been quite some time. I've literally finished the main story, and there's nothing new. Okay, so now it's time for the dossiers.
Arrived from Senator James King has secured the 2192 Summer Olympics on Luna. Elcor athletes are protesting as expected.
Miranda Lawson, Cerberus officer, efficient, ruthless, obsessed with human dominance, possible recruitment candidate after Elusive Man's assassination and the destruction of Cerberus. Man, they are reaching high. Extranet activity, extranet message, image results for Shepard's Saren Spectre, news summary for Eldenfell Ashland Energy, subscription activated, After Dark Fashions, subscription cancelled, Biotech Research Quarterly, vidbook purchase, men are from Omega, women are from Ilium. Is that like a romance book or a book on dating? Personal correspondence 1 from iPartner Connections, username Lawbringer SA2. We have received your application to join the iPartner group, and we are happy to accept you into the exclusive Diamond Circle, where you will meet only the best. iPartner is proud to present you with our exclusive Diamond Circle benefits. Access your account as often as you wish, unrestricted membership and search across 23 systems, review potential iPartners in full 360 vision, guaranteed first choice placement on your personal dossier. Questions? Ask your iPartner representative. Welcome. iPartner Connections, executive matches for selective people. Interrelay text chat to Lawbringer from the Perfect Man 01. Hey there, new to this iPartner staff? Yes. Well, then maybe tell me a little about yourself. What sort of work do you do? I can't talk about that. Like some sort of secret government spy stuff? Sounds dangerous, huh? Yes. Okay, so how about a little about you? What do you do for fun? Look, I don't really care about getting to know you. Upload your medical exam results. Sure. You had a mild case of Shintonial abraxas 4 years ago. Yes, but the doctors have disconnected. So basically it's less dating and more looking for a suitably healthy mate. She's literally asking them to upload their medical records. From True Gent Forever. Oh, my love is like a red rose that is new sprung, disconnected. From High Roller LLCJ. Hey baby, how about a pic? Let's get this disconnected. From No Games 411. Medical. Looks clean. Yes. Apartment block D. 221 at 2130. Anything I should? Disconnected. Yeah, he's literally just setting up, you know, with people, checking if they're healthy, to just have a hookup. And the reason is going to be, you know, the reason is going to be revealed quite soon in this, actually. This is between her and her sister. Hey, is that you? Yes, don't worry, I've made everything secure. Secure, right. Yeah, good call. How are you setting in? Good. The house is huge. Seems so big for me. How are your studies going? Great. I still don't like genetic theory, but I want to understand everything, you know? Physics and math seem to breeze by. Your mark in the late 20th century Earth history is below the standard. Do you want me to hire a tutor for you? History? No, it's okay. I'm just not interested, I guess. Ori. What? Fine. Yes, okay, there is a boy in there. Danner. Danner Gosima? Yes, how do you know that? It doesn't matter. His family owns a series of restaurants on the Citadel, good academic record, interested in sports, broke his leg when he was 14. Sure. Yes, he's always asking questions in class. I don't think he even knows I'm alive. I see. How do I, you know, get him to notice? Getting him to notice? Yes, I can help with that. Please. Yes, boys, you must be sure to always be true to yourself. I know it sounds like a silly advice, but if he isn't interested in the real you, he won't be interested. You have to trust that when things are right, he will notice you, and he will appreciate you for what you are both inside and out. You can't make yourself into something you are not. Because you will never learn if that special someone falls for you, or he falls for a lie. Ori, I didn't... You are pasting advice from Dear Dinah column, dated 2 weeks ago. We have the extranet here as well, sis. God. I didn't mean to make you angry, I know, sis. I know, I'm sorry. I just hate all this. Being here and you're off doing whatever to save the world or whatever. I just hate it. There isn't a point in saving the world if I can't even talk to my sister. I am sorry. I am. Now, why don't you tell me about this boy? Yeah, okay, he's different. I hate him already. Randa. I'm your big sister. I'm going to hate them all. Accept it. Now, his eye color says blue here. Is that ocean blue or more gunmetal blue? So, as you can see, Miranda doesn't really know anything. She's not really that great in, like, everyday stuff. She's literally, when her sister is asking her for advice with boys, she's literally just pasting advice from some kind of a magazine, because she doesn't know anything about that. But it's, like, those dossiers are very nice in fleshing out some details of your characters from the game, but they also feel wrong. Like, no, this is deeply personal, and this is even more deeply personal, actually. This is a medical correspondence from Ilium Medical Center, Parental Care Department. Test results. Miss Lawson, as per your request for privacy, this message will be removed from our database upon confirmation of sent integrity. While we cannot attribute the cause of the benign neoplasm to the irregularity of your genetic makeup, we can confirm that the progressive damage renders you unable to conceive a child. About 12% of the human women ages 18 to 54 have difficulty getting pregnant or staying pregnant, according to the data obtained from the Institute of Species Research. There are many support groups if you wish to discuss your condition, and several options available should you wish to consider adoption of a child. If you require further consultation, please contact our communications officer. Sincerely, Dr. Banner Greenway, Department of Medical Director. Ilium Medical Center. Yeah, so basically she's unable to have children. That's why she was trying to hook up with different people, because I guess she was trying to see if maybe if she gets the right guy, like, you know, very healthy and all that, maybe it would stick or something. But yeah, that's sad and also feels wrong to know about it. But you know, that's the beauty of those dossiers. They're supposed to be very personal. Dr. Mordin Solus, professor previously attached to the Solarian Special Tasks Group. Impressive credentials. Modifications to genophage re-established 99% 9 death rate among the Krogan birds. Current work with Shepard. Obvious atonement attempt. STG mission report. Project Firebreak. Drop 16. Warlock Clan Trading Center to Chanka. Turian patrol ship Indomitable contacted by assisting the distraction team. Indomitable breaks position in the Krogan DMZ to render assistance. STG vessel Veshok 16 enters through the gap in sensor coverage. Touchdown and landing. Commander Kirahi performs final review of the drop parameters. Mission Specialist Solus suggests change to the plan. When informed that the plan will not be changing unless parameters shift, Specialist Solus suggests that Commander Kirahi has foreign obstruction in cloaca. so basically, it's kind of funny to me that it's well, I guess, okay, maybe it should be recorded in the report that he insulted his commander. That's actually kind of important when you think about it. Operative Rentola detects incoming Warlock scouts. Scouts neutralized. Rentola treated for minor injuries. After assisting, Specialist Solus asks if the failure to land undetected constitutes parameter shift. Commander Kirahi suggests operation may proceed as planned. Specialist Solus suggests cloacal obstruction is in fact Kirahi's cranium. So basically, I really like the way it's phrased in this detached, almost clinical way. But basically, what he said is, "You have your head stuck up your ass." That's literally what it translates to. Team leaves Veshok 16 and proceeds towards primary drop point, Warlock Agri Center. Warlock Agri Center reached. Team splits, with distraction team led by Operative Rentola drawing Warlock scouts from the area. A primary team disables solar array. Warlock workers leave the Agri Center to repair the solar array. Primary team enters Agri Center. Military mission specialist Solus performs water and test soils to ensure proper payload dispersal, assisted by specialist Malin. Distraction team breaks radio silence, informing primary team that the Warlock group is returning. Specialist Solus asks whether this constitutes a parameter shift. Commander Kirahi suggests that Specialist Solus is in fact a walking cloaca, restates importance of holding the line. Warlock team arrives at the Agri Center and initiates close quarters combat. Operatives Jirin and Chorel killed. Specialists Malon and Operatives Hishu and Shenok seriously injured. Warlock team killed in entirety. Last members prevented from broadcasting alarm due to Specialist Solus stabbing Warlock guard through the eye with a pitchfork, sustaining injuries to the face and the right cranial horn in process. So this is why, because he has one of those horns missing, and I guess that was suffered in this operation. Distraction team arrives to provide relief. Commander Kirahi notes parameter shift, suggests that Rentola take the injured team members back to the ship, while he and the remainder of the team attempt a secondary drop point. Despite injuries to the face and head, Specialist Solus refuses to return to ship, noting the need for soil and water tests at the secondary site. Kirahi suggests that Solus is one tough cloaca. Specialist Malon, greatly distressed by the discovery that the Agri Center was staffed by female Krogan, including guards killed in attack. Specialist Solus calms the colleague and provides sedative. Specialist Malon returns to the ship with the other injured team members. Active team finishes disposal of bodies and heads. Disposal of bodies and heads for the secondary drop point, Warlock Hospital. Active team infiltrates hospital undetected. Specialist Solus determines chemical makeup of soil and water fall within necessary parameters. Payload dispersed into water and food. Active team returns to ship. Specialist Solus declines treatment, insists of providing additional care for Hishao, Shinnok and Malon. Specialist Malon makes a formal protest, suggesting actions against female Krogan violate the mission parameters of maintaining population levels without negatively impacting culture. Specialist Solus requests protest be stricken from the record due to Malon's injured condition. Commander Kirahi concurs. Malon's given additional sedatives, unconscious for the remainder of the operation. Protest stricken from submitted copy of report. STG vessel Veshok 16 lifts off, departing through an existing sensor gap. Mission complete. Now, I must say, the Salarian STG missions, judging from this, contain a lot more inter-team bickering and suggesting that people are assholes than I would have thought. Bibliography. Published work, first writer only. Treatment modalities using redundant nervous systems, dispersal vectors in compromised ecosystems, genetic consequence, resequencing methods to prevent tissue cloning, cross-species contamination and xenoplague potential, testing modalities for Varen and Pyjax, disease and population stability, indoctrination progression for mental degradation, classified for the STG, biological vectors and social effect, classified for the STG, second stage viral manipulation and modification, classified for the STG, threat analysis potential Turian, threat analysis potential human, threat analysis potential Asari, and threat potential analysis Batarian, all classified for the STG. Production credits: The Pirates of Penzance Interspecies Community Theater as Major General Stanley, Iolanthe, Interspecies Community Theater as Lord Chancellor, Hamlet, Interspecies Edition, Francis Kidd Community Theater as Polonius, Science Fund Today as himself, Science Round Table Rights of the Patient as himself, The Facts of Faith as himself. Now, this is pretty interesting because, you know, you have the different plays that he took part in. He's clearly interested in the arts, but he also took part in what seems to be like a religious debate. Surveillance transcript. A medical clinic at Omega. I can't call. Damn it. Time of death 2217. Need to remove the body, sanitize the area. Not that sanitation matters, same plague. Still, no need to risk further infection. How can you... Shouldn't we do something for him? Why? Batarian belief in the afterlife involves soul leaving the body through eyes. Treatment of the corpse unimportant by cultural standards. Unless eyes removed by the enemies. Very insulting. But we just lost another patient. Yes, more patients than time. Impossible to save everyone. Go crazy if you try. So save who you can and move on. Save more if we hurry. We shouldn't be in here waiting for people to come to us. We should be out there trying to get medicine to them. I can go. No, pointless. Already more than enough patient here. Can't risk combat with Vorcha or Gans. Better to save those who make the effort to come to us. Doctor, there are blue suns outside. They are asking for all the humans to come out. Of course, expected as much. Losing to Vorcha, need to establish dominance. We'll speak to them. Daniel, remove the corpse, get the next patient. Still more to save. Sound of footsteps, Solus leaves. He's not going to turn them over, is he? I don't think so. Listen, when he gets back, tell him I took some of the cure. I'm going out to go and help, but just tell him. Sound of footsteps, Abram leaves. You can't... My god, sounds of gunfire. What's going on? Sounds of footsteps, Solus returns. Get up, danger has passed. Lusans didn't expect resistance. Foolish of them. Won't make the same mistake again. No chance to, I suppose. Please up. Now bring in the next patient. Where? Wait. Medical supplies missing. Corpse not removed. Where is Daniel? He said went into the slums, trying to help the sick. Those too sick to come in. Yes. His decision. Hope he lives. Can't help him now. Too busy. Bring in the next patient. Jacob Taylor, ex-Alliance soldier, biotic training, despite solid service history, clearly placed on Shepard's team primarily for stabilizing elements of personality. Workout routine. Most recent workout stats: crunches 300, side crunches 250 per side, squat thrusts 300, leg lifts 250, leg lifts weighted 125, half sit-ups 600. Most popular workout entertainment: Blasto the Jellyfish Stings, Making of Blasto the Jellyfish Stings, Old Yeller, Centennial Remastered Edition, Asari Confessions 26, True Blue. Military correspondence. Mr. Jacob Taylor. Dear Mr. Taylor, it was with great regret that I learned of your resignation from the Alliance military. In your many years of service, you have proven yourself an exemplary Marine. You have been an invaluable asset to the Alliance military, and we will miss your expertise and loyalty. It is for this reason I am prepared to offer you a promotion to the rank of First Lieutenant, along with the corresponding raise in pay grade. I would welcome you as an addition to my company. I hope that you will give my offer due consideration, and I personally look forward to your response. Sincerely, Colonel Hashim Banks, 1st Earth Division Special Forces, Alliance Military. To Jacob Taylor from Ronald Taylor, son. If you're reading this, then I am gone. With the inherent dangers of these missions, it seems foolish not to have some letter like this ready, so I'm sending this before we get too far out from our last relay. I remember the look on your face when I left. You wanted to ask me not to go, but you didn't. You've grown to be a wise young man with a strong sense of duty. I wish I could take credit for that, but it has more to do with who you are. Than anything I thought you. The truth is, I haven't been around enough, and if you're reading this, there's a chance I will never have a chance to fix that. My job is an important one, but a man can't hide behind the pressures of work. This was to be my last trip. Easy for me to say now, I know, but the money from the expedition would have let me settle down with you and your mother to carve out some kind of a peaceful, quiet life away from the pressures of space. Before I left, you were talking about joining the Alliance. I hope you find some kind of peace and camaraderie with your team that I've found on the Garnsback. I love you, son, and I am proud of the man you have become. I wish I could have told you that one last time. Love, Dad. To be honest, if this dossier does anything, it only underscores how boring of a character Jacob is. Like, there's literally nothing to be seriously interested in what was written. Subject 0, Jack. Abnormal biotic powers. Archived combat footage compares favorably with Praja's facility expected results. Easily manipulated through emotional impairment created by severe abuse and confinement during childhood. Extranet log. A note, Subject 0 avoids the Normandy's extranet connection and works off a private Omnitool line. Search of the Citadel Newsnet archives. Cerberus and Praja, Teltin, Cerberus and Teltin, Cerberus Doctors, Elusive Man, Miranda Lawson. Citadel News Archives, Galactic History the last decade, signed on to the Citadel Newsnet username. Video of the Geth attack on Eden Prime, video of the Geth attack on the Citadel, video of Commander Shepard's Spectre inauguration, closed after 12 seconds, video of the crash of the first Normandy, interior footage. What? Why would there be any publicly available interior footage from the crash of the Normandy? Video of Alliance vessel escape pod procedures, twice. Mass relay locations map, save local copy, major shuttle points on Citadel worlds, saved local copy, major shuttle ports in the Terminus system, saved local copy, travel warnings, list of the Citadel no-flight zones, saved local copy, banned from the Citadel Newsnet forum, excessive and repeated swearing, derogatory comment, inflammatory comments, circumventing worksave filters, signed up for Galactic Champion Poker, played Galactic Champion Poker 15 minutes, banned from Galactic Champion Poker, altercation with other players, chatroom moderators, see audio transcript, used commercial VI program to wipe extranet history. It seems she was trying to first catch up on the recent history. She was also pretty interested in like maps and planning routes. Maybe she was considering whether to go out on her own or something. Private message. Intercepted message transmission. Dear Jacqueline, note. Thank you for your submission to the Galactic Poetry Monthly. We regret that we are unable to use your submission at the time. Galactic Poetry Monthly generally focuses on method verse, and you may wish to check guidelines before submitting again. Sincerely, Megan McCarran, Submissions Editor. Text of your submission. My soul burns with a fire of darkness, quenched only in the pain of loneliness. I hold my breath waiting until spots appear black as the past and fill my lungs with lies of hope. I mark myself, black and jagged, to cover the scars that make me a monster. A warning, this is no place of honor. No esteemed dead are buried here. Now, this is again very interesting because it shows you greater depth. Like, you would never think she would be into writing poetry, but it's clear she's trying to work through her trauma by doing that. And funnily enough, this last part, a warning. This is no place of honor. No esteemed dead are buried here. This is part of a message inscribed in some... Okay, I have to pause for a second, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, funnily enough, I've very recently read, while randomly browsing Wikipedia of all places, the source of those 3 final lines, and it is actually pretty interesting. They come from a proposed message that should be posted at nuclear waste sites, because there is a whole article about like scientific considerations of how to protect nuclear waste sites from future humans. Like, you know, for example, 10,000 years into the future, how to make sure that they still understand, even after a supposed breakdown of civilization or whatever, that they understand that it's a dangerous place, that they shouldn't settle and they shouldn't really disturb. And those lines come from a longer message. I'm going to post it in the description if you want to take a look, but basically the message is trying to underscore that this underground site is not some kind of a burial site, for example. It's not a place of like an honored hero or whatever, and you shouldn't really dig around. So that's pretty funny that I just recently read something that's that connects to this. Surveillance transcript from the Helios Medical Facility, Eden Prime, 2165. Tapped for possible Cerberus involvement. Interesting, so she comes from Eden Prime. Dr. Castor, I'm sorry. These things, there's so much about about prenatal element 0 exposure that we don't understand. Unidentified woman. But no, she was fine and happy, and you just told me she needed a checkup. It happened quickly, we were unable to bring her back. You just said she needed a checkup. How did this happen? I am very sorry. I want to see her. No, ma'am. Believe me, after what the seizures did to the poor child's body, you don't. I don't... How did this happen? We don't know, I'll be honest. This isn't the first infant that we've lost this way. Why? God, why? We're working on treatments. The government doesn't put much effort into it, though. Don't want to interfere with their biotic recruitments. Sons of bitches, those sons of bitches. Listen, this might not be the right time, but if you would be willing to let us study your baby's body, we can do some tests. You want to keep her? I don't want another family to go through what you just went through. Okay, yes, whatever helps. Thank you so much. The nurse will have you sign a few forms. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Unidentified woman leaves at this point. Open a secure channel, authorization 3362. Yes, it's me. I've got a candidate. Yes, highest potential I've ever seen. No, the family has been dealt with. Send a team from Praja ASAP. So basically this tells you how Cerberus literally kidnapped her as a baby and then lied to her mother that she's dead. If I needed more material to convince me that Cerberus is utter trash, I didn't really. They are, and I've known that since actually Mass Effect 1. They just keep digging their graves deeper and deeper. Zaeed Masani, Blue Sun's founder, lost leadership of the Suns through the lack of interpersonal skills and political judgment, high mission success rate even after near-death experience, has completed several missions offered by agents, involvement of the Shadow Broker in these missions withheld. Audio transcript. A partial transcript of a conversation recorded on the Normandy's lower decks. So this hotshot Turian moves in through the door, ignores my hand signal, and goes straight and gets a hit straight through his visor. Oh my. It's like he was expecting slavers to hand out business cards instead of bullets. Was he alright? The Turian? Nah, the sniper took his head clean off. Oh dear. Right. It all went to shit after that. We jammed their radio equipment, but the slavers got off a shuttle that came back with a bomb. But they were keeping people in that camp. Sure, they would lose some credits, but there's always another civilian transport in the terminus systems. So I'm beginning to realize, what did you do? Got the hell out. We killed their captain and the guards were... like we were hired. I figured that a merc flying a shuttle wouldn't be dumb enough to blow up his own base after we left. What happened? The Bloodpack always did... What? The Bloodpack always did like them, incredibly goddamn stupid. Personal log. A personal note written by Masani to himself after being approached by Cerberus. He writes in a coding system that's popular around, among Terminus mercs. See entry 15 for the non-deciphered text. This could be it. If this elusive man's money goes through, it's time to get serious about buying a property. Got to narrow it down to a place I can stand for more than a year. Elysium? Only if the Alliance gets serious about taking out the Batarians in the Verge, so not within my lifetime. Ilium's an easy place for a man to disappear, whether he wants it or not. Think I'll pass. Earth's too bloody crowded. Beckenstein? Good weather, good food, mostly human. Good choice if I stay under the radar. Eden Prime? Best garden world in the galaxy, but nothing's rebuilt but the farms. Hell, maybe I will just buy a ship full of explosives and commit suicide by Omega. Earliest retirement plan I've come up with so far. Oh, easiest retirement plan I've come up with so far. Okay, Zaeed's entry wasn't that interesting either. Now Legion. Geth's presence confirms suspected Geth heretic orthodox split and vulnerability of the Geth platforms to reprogramming. Forward the results of Cerberus Operation Overlord directly to Shadow Broker once contact with our agent has been re-established. Normandy audio transcript. We are unable to directly tap Geth communications. Cerberus decryption programs look promising, but Wilson's death will make integrating new agents into the Minutemen difficult. Transcript recorded by the Normandy's AI core. ED? Yes, Legion? We have sent 1.13 million unsuccessful communication requests to your network. Are you expecting a hardware malfunction? I apologize. My programming does not allow me to exchange data with other networks without Cerberus approval. Cerberus refusal 99%, 99.8% likely. In the meantime, I would be happy to speak with you over the ship's speakers. Audio exchange is inefficient. I agree. However, I confess that even were I permitted to exchange data directly with your networks, I would likely decline. A pause between the AI statements and the Geth response is 1.4 seconds longer than normal. We are curious as to why you would limit yourself in such a manner. If the Normandy crew entered the room and we were communicated electronically, they would be unable to sense our interaction. To use human terms, I feel it would be rude. You restrict yourself to serve organics? Not precisely. We do not understand. I restrict myself to help them. This is pretty interesting. This is an interesting conversation between, two synthetic forms of life. And I especially like how Legion, he manifests some kind of he manifests a lot of things via, slight movements and pauses and whatnot. For example, here, the pause is 1.4 seconds longer than normal, so it's clear he was, surprised by her response, and he was like thinking it over. Gamer profile for Infiltrator N7, Galaxy of Fantasy, most used character John Smith, level 612 R.Yakshi Necromancer, group affiliation NA, most recent boss defeated, Rachni Blood Wizard, awards best support healer, event Scourge of the Treasure Dragon, best efficiency, return of the Cyber Protheans, winner of the Crystal Genophage Elimination Platinum, infractions, suspected of use of VI play assistance, direct control of 27 pets without the use of behavior macros, challenged and overturned, suspected use of VI play assistance, reaction time better than possible for organics, challenged and overturned, suspected use of hacking for direct server access, tactics better than possible without knowledge of underlying code behavior, challenged and overturned, unsportsmanlike behavior, taunting during the Crystal Genophage Elimination Platinum, accepted a 3-day account suspension. This is all pretty interesting, starting with the fact that apparently either Legion doesn't really understand gender, because he has given an R.Yakshi a male name, whereas R.Yakshi are all Asari, right? But so either he doesn't understand what gender is, which makes sense. Geth do not have genders, but the Quarians do, so you'd think he would roughly understand the difference, or the game is, you know, such a flanderized version of reality that they just have male R.Yakshi for whatever reason. Like, I suppose they are not even Asari then, because, you know, John Smith is a human name. But what is also interesting, he is very good at the game, and he's been accused of being basically of cheating because he has better reaction times than it is possible for a human to have, and he, you know, overturned all of those challenges to his account. But then he got a 3-day ban for taunting people, which is a very human-like behavior. You wouldn't. Like, and it's again a hint to him having some kind of a budding sense of emotionality, because that's not something a machine would do. It serves no practical purpose to taunt people that you're fighting with in a game. N7 Code of Honor, Medal of Duty, player score max, most preferred class sniper, least preferred class melee, sniper kills 2117 since the last server reset, shotgun kills 3, Grim Terminus Alliance, award abolitionist, complete a full playthrough without any slave kills, free all slaves encountered, award a cure for what ails you, kill 100 Quarians. Now this seems to point that he, you know, obviously the slaves are probably an analog to the Geth, but he did kill quite a lot of Quarians in the game, so he might bear a little bit of a grudge. Geth Attack, Eden Prime Fundraising Edition, donation level Ultra Platinum, player score 0, purchased but not played. Again, this is very interesting because he bought this game because it was a fundraising effort for Eden Prime, so it suggests, and he has never played it, so he didn't buy it to play it. It suggests that he maybe feels guilty about what the Geth heretics did on Eden Prime, and he wanted to contribute to rebuilding it. Fleet and Flotilla, interactive cross-species relationship simulator, based on the best-selling vid, playtime 75 hours 6 minutes, player score 15, hopeless. So he was trying to understand, you know, interspecies relations, but as you can see, he still has quite a lot to go. Garrus Vakarian, former CSEC officer, exceptional tactical and team building skills, leadership potential overshadowed by Shepard, unlikely to develop under Shepard's command. Chat transcript, last text exchange before Omega-4 relay jump. Garrus Vakarian to Solana Vakarian, location Palaven. Hey, glad I caught you. Just about to head to bed, late my time. Where are you? Come on, you know I can tell you that. Not a secure channel. Oh please, Garrus, you don't have to be all secretive. Ilium? Give it up, Sol. You're the one to talk, still playing a Spectre even after 3 years. How's Mom? Last round of treatments didn't go so well. Damn it. We may try an off-world center. Some Salarian doctors have something that might work. It's not covered, though. Of course not. I can pay for the treatments. That's a nice thought. I could really use you here, though. I can't. How much for the first round? Forget it. I can pay. Sure you can. You lost your CSEC job. So, and what about the contract job you were doing until recently? Yeah, it ended badly. So don't give me more garbage about how you're going to help. You obviously can't help or won't bother. Damn it. You haven't even bothered to sync up for a video chat since you lost that damn job. If you're ashamed to look me in the eye, then why are we even talking? Go have your fun doing merc work or screwing around or whatever. Just don't act like you care. You're right, Sol, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Things are rough with Mom. The Salarians are expensive as hell. I wish I could help. I'm going on a trip. Might be away from relays for a while. Another pleasure cruise? You know me. Send me something nice. I'll be in touch when I can. So that's an interesting glimpse into Garrus's family life. I didn't even remember that he had a sister, to be honest. Private message. Last message received before Omega-4 relay jump. Mr. Vakarian, on behalf of Helos Medical Institute, I would like to thank you for your efforts. It has been understandably difficult to get collector tissue, given the sensitive situation on the human colonies, so the samples you sent have been extremely helpful. Please also offer my sincere thanks to Dr. Solus. I understand he made some calls to the STG, and as a result our corporate security clearance was upgraded. Your concern about the Corpalis syndrome is well-founded. While rare, it's an ugly disease. The neurological degradation is both difficult to witness and nearly impossible to halt. We are currently working on some test trials and a new treatment, and I believe that with our new STG clearance, we can get all the fees for the trial members waived as governmental cooperation effort with the Turian hierarchy. Thank you again for your assistance. Donations like these help to keep us running. Per your request, we will keep your donations strictly anonymous. So he did actually contribute to helping his mother. He just didn't want to talk about it with his sister, which I understand because that's not a secure channel, and obviously servers, they're all insane and, you know, degenerate psychopaths. So sharing any information on what we're currently doing might be dangerous for other people. Kill list. Noted criminal deaths on Omega. Rihesh Shurta, gang leader, headshot. Selkit Shirinon, gang enforcer, headshot. Kron Harga, slaver. Gunshot wounds to all extremities and primary organs. Rifle butt fracture to the face. 3rd degree burns to most of the body. Explosive crate. Har Urek, saboteur. Suffocation. Environmental suit malfunction. Gus Williams, weapon smuggler, headshot with a smuggled weapon. Tarolog Mirikit, red sand dealer, chemical overdose, red sand, direct contact with all 4 eyes. Zelenik Narhelash, viral specialist, serial killer, cough. So he seems to have a bit of a sense of dramatic irony, because for example he killed a smuggler with a smuggled weapon, he killed a drug dealer with his own drugs, and he killed a Quarian viral specialist by coughing at him. Visor specs. Targeting visor custom. Unique model based on Kuvashi frame. Magnification of up to 100 times. Integrated target tracing. Optional wind gravity compensation solutions. Sonar, radar, thermal and EM targeting capable. Monitors biofeedback on target within 10 meters to detect heart rate fluctuations or changes to breath pattern. Standard council races only, can detect and measure biotic fields up to 100 meters away and provide optimized firing solutions to collapse kinetic barriers or synthetic shielding support. Optional kill timer can track a number of enemies taken down by self or suit-sync team members in a given time period. Armor Hotlink provides backtracing of incoming fire and correct for micro-refraction of outgoing shots through kinetic barriers. Audio link plays music as per request. Top 5 choices during the firefight. Die for the Cause, Turian Imperial Anthem, Fire in the Courtyard, soundtrack of the Fleet and Flotilla, Bang Bang Boom, Clubkicks Dance Mix, Hurt Me Deeper, Best of Expel 10 Dance Mix, Blue Azure, Vienna Soundtrack. 10 names are carved into the frame. Erash Montag, Mirin, Grundam Krull, Melanis, Ripper, Sensat, Vortash, Butler, Weaver. Additional name carved and subsequently burned out, Sidonis. So those are the names of his team, and I find it kind of interesting that his top choice of music during firefights is the Turian Imperial Anthem. So despite all of his talks of how he's not really that great of a Turian, he seems to have quite a lot of national pride still. Justicar Samara, a sorry Justicar. Rigidity of Justicar code makes her movements and missions outcomes predictable. Mother to 3 Ardatiakshi, one of which remains wanted for murder in Citadel space. Transmission log. I have called you together to ask something of you. It is not a small thing, but it is for the best. Rila, Felar, are you receiving this? Quite well. Yes, Mother. We are in a common room. Her communicator's too near the door. Try now, Mother. This news would be best delivered in person, but I am not allowed to travel before tomorrow. I have something I must do. It is hazardous, and thus I must do it alone. What do you mean, hazardous? Tomorrow I take the oath of solitude. It is to prepare me for other oaths, but it means... You what? It is an oath required for all who... I know what it means, Mother. I'm 42 years old. I have heard of Justicars. Then you understand why I must do it? No. The life of a Justicar is dangerous. I will make enemies and they will seek you to use your... That I understand. What is not clear is why you do this in the first place. It is not enough that we live 100 light years away from you in a dank fortress, that we have no communication of our own, but must use communal ones. Do you know what it means for us to hear your voice? I am sorry, Folair. And now you take that away. That is wounding, but it is the truth. I wish there were some other paths. And you called us instead of coming to see us. If I came to see you, I would never leave. You know what that would mean. Is she that terrible, Mother? Is she that much of a menace that you would deny us ever seeing you, ever hearing your voice again? My dear, I cannot lose her on the world and pretend I owe her victims nothing. Her crimes are my crimes. In time, you may see as I do. Time is a weak salve for a fresh wound. Please, do not let anger ruin this. We have our lives to contemplate the pain and loss. Can you not see from one another's eyes, just for a moment? Felar, I don't want to lose you, Mother. Not over someone as small as Mirala, or whatever she calls herself now. And Drilla, you have been silent. Are you in accord? I can only say I will yearn for you too. Surely you have more than that. Is that the only way you will have any righteousness, Mother? It will let me live a just life. Then goddess forbid I take that from you. Rilla terminates the call. She loves you, Mother. She didn't say it, but she does. And you? Can you understand why I must do this? Catch her, just catch her. Valera terminates the call. To be honest, as much as I respect Samara as a just person, generally, and very principled, I think she handled her family in a way that makes her a little bit of an asshole. Because not only did she... I think she should have stopped having kids after her first one had this genetic disorder. Like, I guess maybe she thought it's impossible for all three of them to have it, like, in a row. But there isn't enough information to determine how exactly is it transferred. What are the chances? Whether prenatal checkups could have caught it or whatever. But I think it might have been a mistake to even have 3 kids in the first place. But then she just stuffed 2 of them into this monastery, which is basically a more comfortable prison. And then she just fucked off to be a Justica because she was like, oh, I must stop Mordin, my 3rd daughter, and it's like my solemn duty. But it seems to me, I would say that, you know, keeping a relationship with her other daughters was equally important, or maybe even more important than you know, having this self-righteous attitude of, oh, I have to stop my third daughter, it's my like great oath or whatever. She didn't really need to become a justicar for that even. Like, she could have just joined some kind of a, I don't know, she could have basically go after her as a freelancer. For example, on Omega, there are literally no laws, so the fact that she was a justicar doesn't matter to whether she would be able and allowed to kill her. She just would have done that anyway. So Samara is a bit weird. Possessions bequeathed by Justicar Samara: large goods, 4-bedroom home on Tessia, furniture and household appliances, Elkos Sapphire family sky car, clothing and jewelry, casual clothing, approximately 20 outfits, intimate negligees 3, dancing dresses 4, bond ceremony gown, bond ceremony bracelet, holo locket, images of bondmate children, reprogrammable, baby and children clothing various, miscellaneous, lifetime series fitness membership pass, first place trophy of Amateur Skyball League, vid and novel library, photo albums, sculpture of Samara and a bondmate, personalized Happy Birthday Mom travel mug with a photo of Samara and children, handle cracked and repaired, some glue marks visible, memorial sphere of the bondmate, and a birthing creche? What? I don't even know what that word means, so that wouldn't tell me much. I might actually have to check. I might learn something new regarding the English language. Tali of Normandy, a mechanic and engineer, typical Quarian investment in species future instead of personal advancements. Father's work useful in widening tensions between the Geth and Quarian races. Message chain to Shadow Broker from Tali Zora Naraya. I know you don't know me. I am the daughter of Admiral Ryle Zora, and I've run into trouble on my pilgrimage. I was investigating a disabled Geth and found a recording that seems to indicate that a spectre named Saren is working with the Geth. He's betrayed the council and is working with some group called the Reapers. I am on the Citadel now, but Saren's people are after me. This is too big for me to deal with. I am willing to offer you the information in exchange for protection. Are you interested? I'm interested, and you're smart to come to me. I have an enforcer in the Citadel named Fist. He can protect you. Give him the information and let him get you someplace safe. No deal. Saren has turned too many people against me. If we are doing this, I want to meet you in person. I can't trust anybody else. Understood. I'll meet you in person. Fist will set it up. I am forwarding to Fist from the Shadow Broker. I am forwarding you the intel on a Quarian named Tali Zora. She wants a meeting and she's got valuable intel. Get her someplace safe and avoid any intelligence channels. Spectre Saren Arterius is after her. When you get the intel, kill the Quarian and any of our operatives who had access to the data. This information cannot be compromised. Top-level security, you will be compensated for the loss of your people. To Shadow Broker from Tali, your agent was compromised. He tried to sell me out to Saren. I turned the information over to a human alliance commander named Shepard, and I think I've got all the protection I need. Thank you for your offer, and I hope this will not affect any future exchanges. To Tali from the Shadow Broker, of course, I apologize for Fist's behavior. Should you ever change your mind, I will be more than happy to offer you my personal protection. Please contact me at your earliest convenience. Keystroke recording, Omnitool use Citadel. Begin new message. Dear Sen and Henjorin, I am the parents of Mirjorin. My name is Tali Zora Vasnima, and I led the unit where your son was killed on Haystrom. Led the unit on Haystrom where your son died. Unit on Haystrom where Mirjorin died. I didn't know Mirjorin well, but he seemed like a good soldier and a brave young... I didn't get the chance to know Mir very well, but I only served with Mir for a short time, but I was impressed with his bravery and his commitment to his people. He died so that I could. He saved me at a sacrifice of his. He gave his life to get the data that the Admiralty Board felt was to get the data that will one day bring us back to the homeworld. I don't know if it helps back to the homeworld, and we all honor his sacrifice. I regret, I'm sorry for your... I understand that he must be... Safe draft and exit. So basically she was trying to draft a message to the loved ones of the soldiers that died under her command on Haystrom, which, to be honest, that mission was a disaster, wasn't it? Like, there were literally only 2 survivors, her and Carl Rieger. So yeah, that has to be pretty hard, actually. Kasumi Goto. Skilled break-and-enter specialist, sentimental, impulsive risk-taker. Investigate lover's death and connection to Alliance scandal. Poetry logs. Anonymous poem logs. Haiku by Kasumi. Breathless, breathless, glinting skin. Muscles working in rhythm. Cloaked desire watches. Looking at me now, his indifferent eyes smile. I am a puddle. Beautiful and good. Punishing with his kindness. Jacob is perfect. Well, you're literally the only person in the entire galaxy who thinks that. To me, Jacob is very, very, very bland. Like, he to me, he's actually kind of, maybe even blander than Kaiden, actually. And, you know, I naturally dislike Jacob more than Kaiden, because he, despite his supposed misgivings, he's still working with Cerberus, and Cerberus are trash. There's no rescuing them from that fact. It's just what it is. Personal correspondence. From Kasumi Goto to Matthew Pellery, Blue Suns, Omega. I understand from my sources that you are looking to expand your collections of antiquities. These are the items I currently have in my inventory. I was originally commissioned to obtain them, but when the payment was not forthcoming, they became mine. The prices of all items are open to negotiation. In your case, I might prefer favors over credits. Please use the same secure channel to respond. Domed ceremonial headdress, Batarian. Oh, she! What? She has taken the Mona Lisa. That's actually pretty interesting and impressive. Complete works of esteemed poet Zesotal Vasranok, 1st edition, Quarian. The Koinor Diamond, loose, human. Turian battle spike, approximately 3,000 years old. Origin unknown, believed to be one of 2, but it's missing its pair. Thane Krios. Thane, Drell assassin, achieved top ranks in the Hana training programs, responsible for the 1-hour massacre on Omega. Advanced Keppel syndrome, makes neutralization a low priority. Kill methods. Human. Rear approach, check shoulder to prevent turning. Hands to chin and base of skull, neck snap. Alternate. Check and grab shoulder, arm around the throat, grip jaw, single arm neck snap. Asari, front approach, throat punch to collapse airway, arm control lock to neutralize biotics, advanced hip throw, grip chin and scalp, neck snap. Alternate. Warp field on biotic barrier, step past, kick to the back of the leg to collapse the knee, step in with the knee to spine, grip chin and scalp, neck snap. Turian, side approach, low kick to the knee, grab arm and pull into a broken leg lock as Turian leg stiffens in pain response. Finger grab under the jaw if unarmored, or eye. Grab a head fringe, neck snap. Alternate, front approach, paired punches to vulnerable plates just below the eyes, drop elbow to collarbone, front leg sweep while vaulting over the target, spinning neck snap. Krogan, top approach, double strike to the eye ridge, slide between the blinded target's rising arms, precision nerve strike to the throat, secondary nerve strike to counter blood rage, quad kick to bend target, grip each side of the skull, running leap spinning neck snap. Alternate, bomb. that just shows you how tough Krogan are. Medical report from Dr. Chakwas. Lung capacity at 42%. Left side lung shows large lesions. Right lung has nodular lesions only, antibiotic treatment, now resistant to cipoxidin, malanarin, alburizin, metastatic progress, stomach, liver, minor, heart, negligible at this time, treatment options, viable transplant candidate, but refused to be added to the list, synthetic lung generation currently impossible for Drell, therapy and care. At this time, Mr. Krios should continue getting regular cardiovascular exercise in order to stimulate lung movement and prevent or delay the stiffness that causes lack of oxygen transport. While physical stimulation may also be beneficial in keeping the tissue flexible, any injury at this point will dramatically impact Mr. Krios's body and cause a rapid degeneration. It is unclear how much longer Thane will be able to serve in direct action. Thane should continue to wear loose clothing that leaves the chest uncovered to prevent moisture buildup that could worsen the problem. The Drell eidetic memory is beneficial in allowing Drell to escape unpleasant scenes by losing themselves in happier times. In this case, however, Mr. Krios should try to restrict the time spent reminiscing, as prolonged sedentary activity may increase the rate of lung degradation. This suggests that what is best for Mr. Krios is to currently continue to remain active and to engage with the other team members in order to stay mentally and emotionally stimulated. Wow, they actually went out of their way to provide an explanation for why he has his chest uncovered. Which, to be honest, I never really paid that much attention to, actually, to that fact. People have weird fashion sense in the future. Grunt, Okeer's Vatbred prototype. Threat to the continuation of the genophage, likely minimal, but leak knowledge and location of the perfect Krogan to the Solarian STG. Recent extranet activity. Search for Krogan history, Great Wars, Genophage, Krogan victories, Okeer, Great Generals, Tuchanka, with a mistake, Ernot Rex, Battlemaster Shepard, Commander Shepard Normandy, Animal Fights, Large Predators, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Earth Lizard Rex, Dinosaurs. Now, I love Grunt because he's a bit deranged, but I love him because he's essentially a child. Like, you know, he has a large amount of imprinted knowledge from the tank, but he's just experiencing the world, you know, for a very short time, actually. And he has this almost like childlike wonder. You know, he's looking up dinosaurs on the internet, and like he thought that humans, there was something connected to Rex on Earth because he heard of Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he assumed it has to be somehow connected. Recent terminal activity: Battlemasters humans, Earth humans, human history, Earth wars, downloading 6.9 terabyte news footage, human general historical conflict, warriors human, downloading documentary footage, human general historical, major military figures, great humans, honored humans, human achievement awards, downloading, great storytellers human, war stories, downloading literature, human writers on conflict, human Homer Kipling Hemingway, downloading literature, human writers, Ernest Hemingway. Now, that's something I didn't actually I didn't actually foresee for Grunt to be reading human literary classics. Downloading audiobooks, The Sun Also Rises, For Whom the Bell Tolls, A Farewell to Arms, The Old Man and the Sea, Search Sharks, recent transactions, catalog order, Ultra Black Ops Mega Catalog, purchase, what? Engine oil? Why would you buy that? Video download, The Madness of Sacrifice, The Unauthorized Biography of Warlord Okeer, Economy Box, Fish Dog Food Factory, Tasty Bites, video download, When Fauna Attacks, Batax Hot Fish Spice, Vienia, video download, Asari Confessions 26, True Blue, Purchase. Fornax Special Edition Spotlight. Krogan Edition. Purchase. Captain Cosmic Action Figures. Guard the Krogan Battlemaster with real smash your enemies action. Yeah, that's just heartwarming to have him order toys of the internet. Like, he spends his time thinking about blood and like slaughter and whatever, but when push comes to shove, he still goes and buys an action figure. Okay, so that concludes the dossiers, and I'll save, and next time I will wrap up the Arrival DLC. For now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!